In Brookhaven, there are several animations. Here on the right, I can choose various animations to use on my character. But today, I want to test with you some secret animations from Brookhaven, which simply aren't available on this list. And I'm going to show you secret animations that haven't been released in the game, but you can get these animations using specific codes. So for this, I called my friend who will help me do this. He said, how many secret animations are there? Look, there are almost 10 secret animations in total that haven't been released in Brookhaven. So now, I'm coming here in my car, because I want to test this near other players, so they can see the secret animations that only I have. So for this, I'm arriving here in the neighborhood, which is exactly this one. But guys, there's something strange happening back here. But there's a player here, and he doesn't let people go up. So I want to know what's going on. But for that, I'm going back here, and he will have to let me pass, because I came here in peace. I said, let me pass, please. And I really want to come here, so he has to let me pass. He said, you have to pay 50 Robux, and I'm not kidding. Wait, is he serious? Does he really want 50 Robux just for me to go up this mountain? This doesn't make any sense. But if he wants, I'll pay him, but only in secret Brookhaven animations. I said, I have secret game animations. Do you want a secret animation to let me pass? And if he wants, I'll give him a totally secret animation. So much so that he's staring at me. And he agreed. So I'm going back here, and I'm going to use the first secret animation of all. And there are several others that I'm going to test today, but I'm testing the first one to see if he'll let me pass. So I'm going to have to use several codes on the right, and I'll use all these codes on this button on the right. So just copy all the codes in this list, and as soon as you use them here on the right, you'll look like this. And this animation is really weird, because it moves like this, and I jump really high, like a rocket, and I'm sure he wants this. He said, wow, I really want it. But first, he has to let me pass, then I'll give him the codes. Now he finally went back there, and he's going to let me pass. So much so that he finally opened this gate. So I got into my car, and my friend came here too, and now I passed through. Finally, I'm coming up the mountain after so long. And for those of you who don't know, this animation is very different, because I walk like this, jumping. But now, I'm going down here, because I want to see how this animation looks while swimming. Perfect, I'm swimming here, and this is really different, because I keep spinning like this. And this animation is really cool. It's really the best animation of all. But my friend is staring at me, and he said, there are more animations. Are you sure this is the best one of all? And guys, I don't know if this is the best animation of all, but it might be one of the best. So now, I came back here, because I want to test something very important. I just want to see how high I can jump, so much so that I'm coming up front, but I forgot to give the animations to the player, and he's probably going to come after me, really mad in Roblox. But now, I'm going to jump here, and I keep flying like this, and this is really cool. But there's a problem. He's coming here, and I don't think he's very happy, because he's coming here really mad, and I have to get out of here quickly, because he's already coming after me. But I already know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to write all the codes exactly on this sign. And after a certain time, he finally used all the animations, and he's walking in a very different way. But now, I want to test more secret animations with you. So for this, I want to show more players the secret animations that I got. And apparently, he came back here, because he already got what he wanted. And later, I'm going to show this player the new animations that I'm going to get. But now he's going back to his job, and I'm coming here to hit his car, because I'm sure he's mad. But he went back to his job, which is to not let people come up here. And now he's doing his job differently with this animation in Roblox. And now he's like this. And this animation is really interesting. But now, I'm coming here to this neighborhood, and something is happening up front. There's a police officer here holding a bow and arrow, and I can't go in here with my car. So now I'm coming here. And he's looking at me, because he noticed that my animation is really weird. But this animation is really good, and he let me come inside. So I'm coming in here, but it seems like there are several players in this place. And there's a player with an apple head holding a meeting in Roblox. So I'm coming here to see his meeting. And it seems like a friend is coming here too, because he wants to see this. And finally, he arrived here. Now another player arrived, who's my friend, and they're all coming here to see what this player is going to say. And even the ice cream seller is watching this. He said, I'm going to be the first apple to fly to space. And apparently, this rocket is his. So much so that it has this red light in front, and the rocket is also red. Because this player is red, he has red arms and an apple head, and everything that's red in the city is probably his. He said, I'm going to fly to space, just wait a moment. So much so that he came back here to do some important things, and he probably has to make some modifications. But in the meantime, I'm going to help this police officer, because he has normal animations, but I'm going to teach him how to get the best animations of all. And my friend said, what a weird animation. And actually, this is the best animation of all. But I'm coming back here, because I'm going to teach him how to get different animations. I said, do you want a unique animation that isn't in the game? And he's going to have to decide if he wants this. But he's staring at me, and he agreed. So I grabbed this sign, and I'm going to write all the item codes that he needs to use to get secret animations. So here on the right, I have to use several codes, and I have to use all these codes on this button. And as soon as you use all these codes here, you'll get a very different animation. I just gave him all the codes, and now we're both like this, and it feels like we're very important, and it seems like we're from the army. He said, it looks like I'm a professional police officer. Thanks for the help. And he's really happy, and this animation is perfect. perfect. And I just walk like this. And the walking animation is really weird. It feels like I'm a model. But this friend of mine is coming here running, probably to see this animation. He said, let's test everything about this animation. So let's go. Now I'm going back to my car. And he came here too, because we have to test all the things in this animation. But I'm going to jump here, and I keep flying like this, and swimming like this, really in a weird way, because I stay still while I'm swimming. He said, let's climb stairs now. And that's true. So I'm coming back here, and if I climb this Roblox ladder, you can see that I end up like this. And this animation is really interesting. It's definitely one of the best animations. But I want to see if my friend also wants an animation. So much so that he agreed, and it seems like he also wants a secret animation. So I'm going to give him an animation just for him. First, I'm going to grab this item to write all the codes he'll have to use. And you have to use all these codes on this button on the right. And as soon as you use all these codes, you'll end up like this. And this animation is really different. It's like we're American football players. And this is really cool. You can see that I'm walking like this. And maybe if you grab a ball on the right, like this one, the result will be even better. Especially because it looks like I'm holding something. And this is really good. So much so that I jump like this. But he said, wait, I have a really good idea. Come to my house. And guys, he got into his car. So now I have to go to his house, which is house number 24. So I'm reaching the end of the map because I'm going to his house in a really different way. Now I'm climbing up here to reach his house. But suddenly, I'm stuck here, and this is his house in Roblox. But now I'm stuck here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out. Perfect, I managed to escape from his house, but apparently he just switched houses. He said, let's go to the roof of the house. But he got out of the car and is coming inside. But guys, I'm going to go up here in a different way. Basically, I'm coming back here, and I'm going to make a giant jump to reach his house. And suddenly, I flipped my car. But now I'm coming back here, and I really have to get this right, because if I mess up, this is going to be really sad. But I managed to do it, and now he grabbed this sword. And this looks really interesting. It really seems like he's holding this sword for a battle in Roblox. So much so that he grabbed this other sword. And this animation is perfect for these items. But now I want to test what the swimming animation is like, and also how to climb stairs. And it looks like he switched houses and picked the tree house. So now I'm going to test how to climb stairs. And basically, I walk like this, which is really interesting. But my friend is coming back here, and I don't know why he came here, but he just grabbed the pool. And guys, the way I swim is like this. And I swim in the most different way of all. But this doesn't make sense. I swim sideways, and I don't know why this animation is like this. He said, it's because you're a noob, and this doesn't make sense. So now, I'm coming here because I want to see the rocket launch, and I want to see if this is going to work, but I'm almost sure it won't work. So much so that my friend is coming up here, and there's a problem, because I lost my Roblox car, and it just disappeared, and I have no idea where my car is. But there's a chance it's down here, or maybe it just disappeared. So here on the right, I'm going to have to get another car, because my car disappeared. And finally, I'm coming here to the event, and guys, the police officer is right here, using the animation I gave him, and I'm sure he's really happy. But now I'm arriving here to see this happening, and I want to see the rocket launch. But the player is coming up here, maybe to say something, and it seems like he's calling someone, so I'm coming here to see who he's calling. He said, I need a good animation for me, because I'm an astronaut. And apparently, he wants a good animation because he wants the players to notice that he has become a real astronaut. And I have the perfect animation for him. So he's coming back here, and I'm following him to give him the animations. I'm climbing up here, and I'm going to give him the animations. He'll have to use all these codes on this button on the right, and as soon as he uses all the codes here, specifically these codes, he'll basically end up like this. You can see that I have a secret animation, and he also got this animation where out of nowhere he looks down at his feet. It's actually a really interesting animation. I jump exactly like this. I climb stairs like this. It really looks like I'm a frog. And this animation is truly perfect. He said, thank you so much. I'm going to jump from up there with the animation. And I don't know what he wants to do. But now he's climbing up here, maybe to make an announcement. He's probably up here and is going to jump down to let all the players know that he's going to start the flight with this rocket. But first, I have to test the swimming animation. And for this, I need help. And now my friend got up here, and he's finally going to help me. He said, I want an animation too. So he's going to have to help me and simply test all the animations. Because this animation that I have now, I still haven't tested the way it swims. But I'm coming here to get my car, and I walk in a very different way. And now my friend came here. But guys, I want to see what his house is like. And apparently, this is his house. I said, I need a pool. But I think his house doesn't have a pool. And it really doesn't. But this is my house. And I'm pressing this button up here. And apparently, there are pools. And the pool is right here. And guys, I didn't know this house had a pool. And it's literally in the living room. But I swim like this. And it's really a very different animation. And if I stay still, I float like this. And this animation is simply perfect. So much so that my friend is looking at this. And he said, this house has a pool. I didn't know that. And this house really has a a pool. And this is really weird. I had never seen this pool before. And I can even activate this button that turns on this really interesting light. And I'm sure my friend didn't know about this because I didn't know either. But I'm going to deactivate this button up here. And a garden just appeared. But I pressed this button and nothing much happened. It only works when there's a pool. But actually, my friend is glowing. And all of this is because of the pool, which is also glowing. And this is really different. He said, I want a new animation. So I'm going to give him an animation that I'm sure he's never seen before. Because this animation isn't here on the right. It's a totally secret animation. And only a few players know about this. But now, this player came down here because he's about to start his flight. And his rocket is going to take off at any moment in Roblox. He said, I'm going to fly now. And his avatar is being modified. And suddenly he ended up like this. He simply became a real astronaut. And now he's coming back here with this new animation. And he just got up here. And he's about to start flying. But guys, I want to see if he's really going to make it. He said, we'll see him fly later. Now use the codes. Okay, now I'm going to check out the next secret animation. And then I'll see him flying. So here on the right, I have to use several specific codes, which are all these codes here. And I have to use all of them on the right. And as soon as you use all these codes, you'll get a very different animation. And my friend ended up like this. And he's really a bit crooked. And he walks in a very animated way. And this is really interesting. But if I activate the pool up here, you can see that I'm swimming like this. And my feet move a lot in a very interesting way. But now, he came back here running because we have to see this player taking off. So I grabbed my car and I want to see his rocket taking off. But it still hasn't taken off. And I don't know what's going on. But it seems like he thinks he's flying because on the screen, there's a picture of the galaxy, even though he hasn't actually taken off. He said, wow, I'm in space. Look, actually, he's not in space. So I'm coming here to talk to him because I have to let him know what's happening. So I'm climbing up here and I'm going to go inside, but the door is locked. So here on the right, I grab this bed and I'm going to glitch through the door. Perfect. I managed to do it, but it's really difficult. Perfect. I did it. And now I'm inside. He said, are you the alien? Look, obviously, I'm not an alien, but you just didn't take off and you're still here on Earth. So much so that he came back here to check because he thought he was going to fly. But guys, you can see that he's sad and he didn't expect this not to work. But my friend showed up here and he said, why don't you make a game for him where he can actually fly? Look, that would be really interesting. So I'm going to make a game in Roblox where this player can actually fly. But I grabbed this Brookhaven map and I just picked up 3 rockets, but I don't know which one is the best. This one seems to be the best of all because it looks really nice and the seats are really well made. And this one, I don't even know if it works, but this is the regular rocket that always works. So I'm going to the rocket in the middle to see if this works. But I can't climb up here, and it's really hard. This is actually impossible. But there's this button that I can press. So I'm climbing up here like this, and I can't press this button, and nothing on this rocket works. But I'm going to use exactly this rocket, because if I come here and press this button, it just takes off for real. And you can see that everything here works really well, and it looks like a professional rocket. So I'm making some modifications, and I'm removing a lot of things and adding a lot of things. And this looks perfect. And now, all of them will have to follow me in Roblox to simply test this. So much so that he left the game, and now there's only this player left, and he just left too. Perfect. Now I'm here, and they're all here too, but our avatars look really ugly. So now we're all like this. We really look like astronauts about to take off in Roblox, and we're all coming here like we're very important people. And the way we're coming here, it even looks like we're real-life astronauts. And we're arriving here at the rockets, and each of us is going to pick a rocket. But I got tired of waiting, so I'm coming here running, and it seems like my friends are also coming here running. And I'm going to check out this rocket in the middle, and my friend is coming to this other rocket, but he can't climb up here. And apparently, this other player is coming here in the slowest way possible, and he's really taking too long. I said, which rocket are you going to take? I want to see which rocket he's going to choose. But apparently, he's coming here from behind and is going to climb onto this Roblox rocket. And he's climbing up here, and he's about to reach this rocket. And now, there's one more player coming here, and there are actually a lot of people coming to take off. And now, we're all about to take off. You can see that the rockets are starting to fly, and they're all taking off at the same time. And this is really interesting. Basically, we're flying in Brookhaven, and all of us at the same time. And we're literally arriving here on the moon, and this is really interesting, and some parts of the rocket are breaking. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.